Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Stellaris. So one of the things that I wanted to do, as I mentioned at the end of the last episode, we're at the point where the Sovereign the Conquerors could declare war on us again, and it's likely that they will. So one of the things that I really want to think on how we can deal with is we have our empire over here, they have this bit in the middle, we have our empire over here. I would like a route for us to be able to route between the areas without it really causing us too much of a problem. And through the More of the Truthsayer seems to be the most logical way, which means really we need to be looking to take Sergawa and Esmik and Barana at like a minimum. Now we do have 30k of fleet over here, sort of ready to maybe help out, but it is a little bit tentative to the point where I'm actually going to send Globelius back through and help to push up this way. Now we do have the global coming through. It's gonna crack here. Hell, let's queue up. Crack, 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 and that'll do on this side. So the global's doing its stuff. We got stuff queued up over here. Let's scroll. We can collapse all of these. Collapse the shipyards, collapse the star bases. Right, military fleets. Most of these are waiting up here on the border just in case something happens, which is not really very efficient, but I'm fine with it. I am totally fine with that. We have a new Star Eater that I didn't spot at the end of the last one. Okay, this is going to be the FGX Yum Yum. And you're actually going to become 7. So I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we've got 7 Star Eaters. Right, where are we going to send the Yum Yum? We can jump the Yum Yum straight away across to Enif to help like clear this area quickly, as and when things kick off. Or let's look at Ubazavani and see what they've actually got left. They have 1 colony, 2 colonies, 3 colonies, 4 colonies, 5, 6. 6 colonies. And we've got 2 Star Eaters that are close enough to do something about them. And then they are gone, and they are no longer a problem. This is really, really quite tempting, actually. So if we jump you all the way down to Okrom, and then from Okrom, no, let's do that slightly different. So you're going to jump to Okrom, and then you're going to come and crack Borbo. Once you're done with Blondie, we're going to jump you across to Trintar, or maybe Luram. And once you're done with Yultup, we'll move you down to Zahir and then jump you in somewhere a bit closer. Yeah, if we can get Ubazavani gone, then that's going to be a big question just out of the way. We've taken the Seedor system. We're going to crack it. After we've done that, we could jump into... No, that is way too strong. Bishtal is not going to be takeable by 1 Star Eater. But maybe by 2. Maybe by 2. I think we'll move up to Urzak and then we'll jump to Iram. But that's all going to be in a moment. Right, let's unpause. Get things...
Spaceport under attack.
Get things back to speed and see what we've got going on. Right, so Blundeye has been taken. That's going to be cracked just as we expected. Lovely stuff. The whole time, of course, we're going to be trying to reinforce our fleets where we can. Well, they are potentially bringing a fleet in up here. That's interesting. And yeah, you're cracking stuff, so you're busy. We could move you in to clear more space. If they've backed their fleet away for a moment, where did that dreadnought go? Have they jumped their dreadnought, or do we just not have visibility? I think we just don't have visibility.
Engaging enemy station.
Right, the Nibble in Defada is doing its thing. Oxymon has been destroyed, so we're moving up to Isio and then Bokramor. That's all going according to plan. And the Cedar system has gone as expected, right. If they didn't have quite as large a fleet there, I would totally go straight for the Haji. Let's go for Summonet. Actually, no, you're gonna come down the south. We'll go to Summonetta. And then we'll crack Iram. And then we'll crack Bobo. Because we can always jump back here. It might take us a little bit of time, but we can always reassess and reposition. So we're going to crack Defada. That's nice. I wonder with the Mangonoids how many places they've got left, actually. They've got nothing down here. Wait, how many places have the Mangonoids got? It can't just be Higma. If it's just Higma, we could wipe them out. Number of colonies, 100. It's just Higma. That's why they've been faffing around there so much. As soon as you are able to, we are going to jump into Higma and take it out. That will clear this whole area up. Screw keeping them as, well, I mean, obviously there's that massive fleet there. Right. So you're coming through that way. That's good. Globelius is coming along as well. Yeah, I think everyone is going to go for... Oh, this...
Engaging enemy fleet.
This is exciting.
Spaceport lost.
Okay. We lost a spaceport in one of our systems. Oh, that's going to be Urgor. That's fine. Yeah. We'll take that back when the Oxymon comes up. We can sell more resources. I mean, this is pretty amazing if we can get it to the point where we can do that. Sovereign Reconquest have just closed their borders. That's it's not ideal. It's not ideal. Means that the end could be coming soon. You're charging your weapon. We could accelerate the entire process and just jump straight to Broadway, because we don't need to clear that out. Now that we've effectively eliminated what they've got. We're firing the weapon over here, so we may as well leave that firing. You're charging your weapon, and I want to nuke this place anyway as a matter of principle. Where are they going? This could be painful. Okay, this is to be expected. They've got a tiny, tiny cruiser in here. We'll eliminate that, I'm sure. Right, you guys were going to use the hyper relay. You're still using the hyper relay. Where are you going? Oh, you've hyper relayed down here. This is potentially bad. This is potentially very bad. Can I tell you guys to just back the hell up? Not really. Well, do your best. United Oxo Block have made pieces of the Invasive army. Taken the outpost. Keep pushing forwards. The Ultip system has fallen. Right, we're going to leave them alone. Let's travel down to Zir, and then we can jump from there. Terminator has fallen. We're moving to Crack. And yeah, this is going to be very painful. We are going to suffer losses. I should have
Fleet lost.
Should have left a lot
Fleet
sooner.
lost.
Admiral Splerg has died. Sad times. So, we'll have to check the fleets when they do recover. Yeah, we lost the entirety of Gjorpus. And Gegaropia. Through mostly bad positioning on my part, but we are going to push to eliminate them. So I'm going to want to have a look at our fleet manager and see what we have. So this fleet is effectively ready to be built because we've just lost it. Gegaropia does still have one ship, which is not amazing, but it is a thing. We could turn this into entirely menacing ships. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take off the 9 destroyers. Then the cruisers. We can't really do the battleships, but this is a very different structured fleet then. There's a lot of little fleets that have ended up being kind of orphaned. So when they come back, we'll figure out what to do with them. In the meantime, we are going to push in and try and punish them for that. Certainly, we're not going to be able to just jump straight into Higma while they've got all of that there. Right. Blondie has gone. Jump down to Lirum, please. And then crack it when you're there. You've made it to here. We can jump you pretty far. Not quite as far as I would like. So once you're done, move on to Vinjim. Okay, another system falls. Keep on moving in. Because this has potential to make everything we do so much easier. Right, let's check for any ships that aren't doing anything. Log, yeah, you're guarding, that's fine. Orbital flagship, you're guarding, that's fine. Ogler and Tempest, you're also guarding, that's fine. Okay, let's start reinforcing the fleets again. The fodder system has gone, right. They have a reasonable selection of stuff. If we jump into Lazon, that would give us time to kill Lazon and then move up and move in, and they'll have to split their troops. Can't jump in for a little bit of time. Okay, in that case, let's come and crack Kimzar instead. Okay, you've taken Zir, you're moving on. Eshio is about to be destroyed. Oh, they're actually taking their big fleet into Yum. Okay. 6 days until you can jump. I think we'll actually just jump. They've taken their big fleet down that way. We'll come over this way. Because we can always leave. We can definitely survive long enough that we'd be able to get away. I mean, that was a non-question in here. Come and take this fleet, please. We don't necessarily want to crack the star, but we should at least take the system. The Iram system has fallen. You can crack this. You've got 39 days. Oh yeah, you're going to crack it anyway. So that's really, really good. Oh, Bargy has dropped its defense. Lirum has fallen completely. Yeah, okay. Carry on getting me even more dark matter. I will carry on reinforcing fleets where I can. I'd actually like you guys to wait here just for a moment before you properly engage. Just so that you can catch up with each other. That's enough. Ooh. They're pushing on through. Well, if they're pushing on through, let's actually just ignore them and we'll push for Higma.
Station under attack.
Yeah, I don't mind if we lose bells here, because when we eliminate them, that's not going to be a problem. Right, Robo. When can you jump? 26 days. If I send you to one of them... Do you know what? Crack this one. Seeing as we're here, we may as well crack them. Okay, Nemelius has returned. Go up to the Glendath. Right, let's check our fleet manager. So our new fleet is the Pomplus Starfleet. Where is the Pomplus Starfleet? It might not have actually been built yet. No, it has. Okay, it's at Durzam. Great. We're going to want all of these to come down to Durzan so we can recombine them. Oglog, you're on the border. Yeah, you're all on the border. Right, Pomplus, you need an admiral. And that should be everyone doing something again. Unsurprisingly, we lost Belazir, but that is fine to me. Okramir outpost has been destroyed. Binjim system has been liberated, and yeah, we can jump really far in. We want to push for Balisa. So jump to goal and then come and crack Balisa. You can jump down to Rothbleck. You're charging your weapons, so that's fine. You're firing your weapons, so you'll be coming down to BG soon. Okay. Crack. Jump. Then crack. And they're really gonna lose the last of their places. Okay, so you're in the process of moving through to Higma, fighting two entirely massive empires at the same time. That was the Aram system, right? So they are still pushing through our territory over here, or taking back what they took from us, I guess is a better way of describing it. But that means that they are leaving themselves open. Massively leaving themselves open. Let's sell all of our resources and buy more metal. Just make sure that these don't have any unexpected ships in them. Nope. Get them reinforcing. The Liram system has fallen. How many days? 28 days until we can jump to the next one. And Cetera will fall.
Engaging enemy fleet.
Okay, where are we engaging the enemy fleet? And Higma. Okay, this is fine. With our massive fleet, I'm very happy to engage. Pull. No, you can't pull back. I was going to say wait just a moment, but you don't really need to. Okay, you can jump now, so jump, crack the star. Yeah, we lost Titwan as they were retaking it. But we have taken out Rothbeck, and it feels like it is so close. How long till you can jump it? 138 days. Yeah, you're going to have to do it manually. Okay, there is nothing for you to do in terms of us getting more dark matter. Let's queue up another Star Eater. At least by way of jumping in. Oh, actually, we could jump across here and just take it out straight away. And that would free up a bit of time. Tiny bit of time. Do that. Kaboom! You love to see it. The fleet in Higma, there's no way they were going to survive. Alright, so I want you to crack Higma as soon as you can. Bokramor gone. And, you know what, just do some repairs while in Higma. We'll hold it for a moment, and then we will nuke it. I feel like our fleets are definitely on the way back. Speaking of fleets on the way back, I think they're probably going to move into Broom's Singularity. Crack the star. Seeing as we're here, crack the star, because it's all extra resources. They've really not got much left. And after this, the Star Eaters can just focus on taking out the stars or heading up to reinforce the fleet. We don't necessarily want two Star Eaters in the same place. So let's actually send you down to crack that one. Perfect. We have a clear path. Come and crack it. And to ensure that that stays safe, you guys can come up and take the Kratz system. Terror's been done. We don't even need to destroy it, but we will while we're here. Alcira is done. Have Upazavani got anything left? Benatar. Which is where their final fleet is. Don't charge the weapon. Come up here, because we need both of you together. Can either of you jump in to help with this, just in case? I mean, if they... So here's the fun thing. We could have one of them jump in and the other one do the fighting. 65 days... 80 days, yeah. Moving them together is the smart thing. And that's going to be 130 days. It's fine. Carry on as you are. Megor outpost has been taken. I feel like we're producing a lot of resources right now. Okay, the bite is in combat in the Malsrep system. That's fine. That's a surprise. Of course, yeah, they've still got places there. Right, we need someone to come back and nuke the Wu system. And technically the Waska system. Or we need to bomb it, which is another option. Yeah, them getting their Juggernaut back here is quite the surprise. Former cult flagship, come round and deal with this, please. All the people that have come together in Durzan. I'm going to put you in the Pompous Starfleet. There we go. Yeah, so just sorting out the Higma system isn't going to be enough. We're going to need to do a few more bits. But that's okay. We could also, like, queue up a whole bunch of troops and do some forced landings. I'm not sure if that's really going to be worth the time when we could just nuke them. It would be nuking some very nice stations. Have a look at... I mean, it's producing a lot of naval capacity, but we're not really using our naval capacity right now. Okay, so hypothetically, how many troops would we need here? Oh, we just need one. Do we have any... You're at Durzan. You should be able to make it across. Come and land. And in the Wu system, there's a few there. And there's none on that one. So we can take one of them at least. Okay, let's get some more 10 clone armies from War. Ooh. And 10 clone armies from the Kornagi system. You should at least take this system. I want you to move up this way. Rather than nuking this, I want to hurry round. Right, the Yum Yum has finally engaged. Actually, let's check up here quickly. Our Juggernaut is nearly out, that's good. Globelius is in a position to move up, and the Star Eater is coming in. Cool. Okay, between the two of you, do you want to come in and take the Trintar system? The Crown system is ours. More resources coming in. Lovely jubbly. You're going to crack Higbert. Amazing. Cetera has gone. They are quickly running out of places to go. And we could actually jump in to help with Trintar from this. Or just move up. Well, moving up is going to go through a couple of other places. You know what, let's 525 to claim these because they're so far away from our border. Claiming systems is not a terrible plan, just because we'll end up getting the resources when we clear the systems out, rather than completely wiping them out. I don't know. I'm in two minds about it, really. But we've got no other use for our resources, so let's have a think. Higma is already claimed as ours, that's fine. Let's claim a few of these. Ah, can't claim systems that are claimed by war allies. Seems a bit rotten. Vulcan's an alright system. There we go. Big use of our resources. At least our influence resource. Sovereignty Conquerors are claiming more systems, so they're almost certainly gearing up for war. We've been very lucky that they haven't turned around yet. Charging weapon, Higma is going to fall. And I believe we're about to land on Waska. Right. Come and crack Malthrop. The cult flagship is making its way around. Urgor system has been destroyed. All these delicious, delicious resources that we're getting. Let's jump into hegemony space. Let's start railing on them next. Okay, this is going to be tricky. Our 2 Star Eaters are going to do their best, and I think they're going to do okay.
Deploying Liberation Forces.
Cool. We have successfully invaded the first place. They've left. Crack the star. Yum yum. You can go and crack the other one. Actually, you can jump there, then crack it. I'm just going to keep cracking in the back area. Although we could jump you across to August. Oh, you're just out of range. Well, come up here first then. So with Waska retaken, can we get some more armies? It looks like we can. Queue up 5 of them. You guys come down and join. You guys come across and join. Looks like their Juggernaut isn't moving on us. Move up and be ready to jump in. That's what we'll do. Higma must be about to go. Charging weapons 60%. They are bringing their fleet back, but it's going to be too little too late. Right, I'd actually like you guys to go to here, then down into this area, and then round like that, I think.
Technology discovered.
Okay, what have we got? Strikecraft damage up. Great. More repeatable technology is always going to be welcome. Let's unlock the Giga Cannon. It looks pretty hefty. We've got loads of resources because I haven't been keeping on top of selling them. And off the back of that, get 3 more ships queued up. Okay, here comes the fleet. Admiral Ilg has passed away. Ripe old age of 100. Yeah. Definitely take the cyborg. Okay, down in the Sitter system, that's fine. And the E46 system, that's also fine. Sovereign Reconquerors are continuing to claim places. The Manganoids and the Uvizavani can use the counter-attack Casus Belli. I think that is going to be too little too late. It really is. Right, the global. Crack it. I should have had you doing stuff before. Gagaropia, welcome back. We want to put you... Let's put you all the way down here. Oh, you can't make it across. Oh yeah, this little section is completely isolated, isn't it? Let's bring you to Shaula for now. fleet is almost ready to push in. Once you're done with that, we can jump you across to Corgus. You're charging your weapon. You may as well crack this while you're here. Extra dark matter is always going to be welcome. Let's see how our 2 years for the Etherophasic engine. The Higma system has been destroyed. Oh, great. And we have a new admiral for free. So, with the Higma system gone, we could... come and take another couple of these systems back. You're going to crack that one as well. We got 136k dark matter. We got loads. And each of these places that we're moving through, they're really not going to have much left. Okay, the combat has actually kicked off over with the Titan, although I think the Juggernaut. But I think the Juggernaut's already failed. And now it's just a question of the other ships that they have. Okay. Well, you guys, we can combine you together. Are you not actually together? That's not quite. Okay, now you're all together. And 319 might be enough. Come and land on this one for a start. We'll bring the other fleet troops in. And we'll take it forwards from there. Ah, we've actually lost the Usglor system. They're not going to have those troops for much longer. Wow, yeah, they lost their Juggernaut. They lost a lot in that fight. So, hypothetically, can we tell how many colonies they've got? I think they've got 1 colony left, which is the one that we know of. Invasive have got 4 colonies left. So, Ubazavani, where do you have your colonies? Can we see? Can we tell? We know that there's one in Wu. Potentially... up in, like, the United Urxo block territory, maybe? I don't know. It's hard to say. Another system falls. Come and crack goal. Trintal system is also gone. They've got like nothing left in this area. Yeah, they've got nothing up here. And we've destroyed pretty much everything else. So unless there's like tiny, tiny pockets somewhere that we don't know about, it will probably be where they've taken some territory from someone else. Right, so Trintar, you may as well just carry on cracking more places. Admiral Glabber has passed away on the Rogueless Starfleet. That's a shame. We already have another Admiral ready though. High evasion, high fire rate, and extra fast. So that's good Admiral to have. And yeah, they're moving in on some of our territory. Really can't wait to just get rid of the Mangonoids. It'll, if nothing else, it'll clear up a lot of the visibility. So here comes the first troops. Garrison of nothing. Garrison of 127. Yeah, we're going to be able to take them both without trouble. So land here, and then afterwards land there. And we'll keep the fleet nearby until it's done. Cider system has been destroyed. Just carry on moving through them all. Crack the next one. Oh no, I said I was going to jump to Corgus, didn't I? The main reason I want to jump to Corgus is because I can then come through here, and then we're at the Reardor system, and the Reardor system gets into Hylos, which is right in the middle of their stuff. So it's a vital point to take. We can afford more metal. 284 ships still need to be built.
Deploying Liberation Forces.
Okay, so the first place has been taken. Alright, let's do the Frixie first. All tastily gone. Let's do Logum, and then we'll start jumping down to Corgus. Nom, what are you doing? Oh, yeah, you may as well crack this while you're here. End of the Ubazavani. It was coming. It was definitely coming. Now, the Mangonoids have got a colony left somewhere, but the Ubazavani are all gone. So we need to look for where that last Mangonoid colony is. Oh, actually, is it in the Ruhr system? This might be it. Guys, land. Bijal, yeah, just come crack the next one. Then the next one will queue up a couple. Ah! The Sovereign Reconquerors took the Cedar system. That's funny. It's not great, but it is funny. Alright, so if we're going after the hegemony next, maybe the Suyo system is going to be our best bet for dealing direct damage to them. So we'll come down and crack this one, and then we'll figure out where to go from there. Agapier, yeah, you're charging, that's good. Belzir seems a bit OTT, but it's fine. You're going to move through this area. So it's just, can we land our troops
Liberation Forces
and finish them off before we lose anything else to them? The end of the Manganoid Confederacy. That is a lot clearer, and that is a lot easier for us to manage. We could really try and stop the Sorens from moving out into other places. That's certainly something we can do. But I think one of the best things that we'll be able to do is position ourselves to take systems from them when the inevitable war comes. The hegemony do still have some fleets, so we definitely want to take them out. And we are technically at war with them. Although it's not the Crisis War anymore, because we won the Crisis War by killing the only people that were caring about fighting us. That's interesting in itself. Okay, Formicop Flagship, you're on your way back. Pompous Starfleet, you're being reinforced and stuff. We could even get our construction ships going out and claiming things, but I don't think that's going to be a worthwhile use of our time. Let's sell some more resources, buy a bit more. And think about the trouble that the Sorens are going to cause. Well, they're not really going to cause that much trouble. How long until this is done? Yeah, it's still about 2 years. So we want to just nuke as many systems as possible just to stop the Sorens getting them. Or at least to stop them getting anything worthwhile. But that is all going to be next time. We have pretty much thinned down to us, the hegemony of Orphanax, and the United Oxo Bloc, and the Sorens, but I mean, the Sorens aren't really that much of a threat at the moment. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for some more Stellaris. See you soon.